Here we are, folks, at another Carlisle event. This show is the GM at Carlisle. If you're like me, you're a Chevy guy, Pontiac, Buick, Olds, Cadillac, this is the show for you. We're going to start off by looking at the swap meet. Then we're going to find some project cars for sale, and then we'll go ahead and check out the show field. If you're not subscribed to this channel and you like this type of content, make sure you hit the subscribe button. That way you won't miss any other events this year. $79 for $100. Always kills me how people have a swap meet and then they're not around or slow to open. We're 40 minutes into this event being open. Don't sell things that way. What we got? Bumpers. I'm not really recognizing much here. Oh, there's a grill shelf for 73, 74. I think it's 74. Pontiac Ventura, Chevelle bumpers, Camaro stuff. Speaking of 74 GTO, wow, $1,000.
That price is too high.
I really don't think it's worth $1,000. Sprint, same thing as a Nova fender, but because it's a Sprint on it, you probably want quite a bit more. Yeah, these prices are a bit high. I'm not seeing on these other Ventura fenders. There we are, 73, 74, 250. Oh, that's on the standard. Okay.
Yeah, definitely. I'll see you later. Have a good one.
Yeah, there's prices and then there's no prices. I don't quite get that.
What? What's your problem? What did IGG have to say? Huh?
Oh, I see some gold anodized valve covers up here.
We thank you for being here.
No price. Looks like there's gonna be a lot of no price going on in here. No price usually either means too high or too lazy.
Save 20% off next year's registration if you sign up before you leave. Stop into the registration building to learn more and secure your
Some
20%
camshafts.
savings off next year's show vehicle.
409 Super Cam.
Save the date. All Carlisle driven by Hunters.com takes place right here at the fairgrounds. October 1st.
You know, I think I had that little Vega wagon back in the day. Now that's cool. Ain't got no price on there, but that's pretty cool. 327 valve covers with some breathers in them. No price. Camaro. Don't know what. Got one project car here. Looks like a 40 Chevy Coupe. Does have on the signage that it is sold. It was a no title car. Got No motor in there. Let's see if we can see down there. The axle, yeah, someone's already done some work. It's got some A-arms on it instead of, I think this would have had a straight axle on it. They had 45 best offer on that. I don't know what it sold for, but someone thought it was a deal without a title. That's the Corvette stuff thrown in here. Looks like a good mix of Tri-5 stuff over here. Or no prices. If I see prices, I'll call them out. Got some grills, 50 up to 125. Taillight set for 100. Set. 68. Wonder how people sell things when they don't put prices on stuff. Got a 64 GTO here for sale. Says one owner until April 25. Got Kragers on it. Might be original paint on this too. Buckets, 4-speed, aftermarket tack, and some gauges. Looking at that just to see. I mean, it's old lacquer. It could be original paint on that. Did have some body work down the bottom here and bumping out, so it's been touched, so it probably could be paint. Try to take a look underneath this. Doesn't look bad. Pretty clean under there. It's a little too low for me to bend down now to take a look at the floor pans and see what they look like. But overall, looks like a pretty solid car. It's got to do some work back in the rear quarters, but you can have some fun with it as a driver. Got that shag going on there in the back. But the seats are in good shape. A little split there on the passenger side, but really not that bad. Let's see what it says on the window. Factory 4-speed. Buckets, rebuilt. 17,000 on the rebuild. There's your phone number. Sorry, no price on that. Got a couple engines laying around in here. I'll look at some numbers, see if anything I recognize. They don't look so great. Got a bucket seat set. I think that might be what, 60 Chevelle, mid 60s. Got some Keystones back there. Looks like a complete set. Yeah, the back ones look a little rough. Either love them or like hate them, Keystones. Kragers are kind of that way too. Some people just really hate them. Stuart Warner gauges, you know they ain't cheap. Nice induction setup over there. A couple of nice ones in here. I think I've given up on the idea of putting 3 2s on the 55. I think I'm just gonna keep life simple. Got some rears over there.
Yeah. Hey. What?
bolts. As usual, no prices. Quite a bit of Camaro sheet metal here, first gen. Got some later generations going on. 64, 65 Chevelle trunk lid for $4 1/4. Nova fender, $175. Looks like some Camaro buckets, $250. Everything is priced. I like that. Makes life so much simpler. Big block heads. It's like $400 a pair. '68 Chevelle bumper jack for $150. Cool looking Sunpro tack air. GTO grill. $125. There's some cocktail shakers. That's what they call those. Those are the weights that were in the convertibles for the F bodies in the early years to, I think it was to help balance. Well, as I'm walking along, I don't know if you can hear it in the background, but the Nitro Fest has started up. It gives you an idea. It's probably about right in par with Amazon. Nice. Okay, your square body stuff, $5 a pop. Seems pretty reasonable. A nice patinaed air cleaner lid. There you go. Lots of square body stuff going on in here. Remember when you'd see these things constantly in the junkyard? These parts were like nothing. Absolutely everywhere. How things change. Got a square body for sale here. 10 grand or best offer. It's a 400 turbo, sold as is. Got a little patina going on there.
Our good friend and
should be able to get a good look under there.
Master, I don't know, what quarter's got
there.
more certifications.
Little misalignment going on in the front here. Rot in the usual places. Sarah Grande. Why does that floor look awful empty down there? Where's the shifters at on this? Oh, it did say 400. So did it start life as a... I don't know. What's going on there?
Right down from Lancaster County Corvette. So while you're walking around the show field,
10 grand. Again, you used to be able to buy this kind of stuff for next to nothing. But it does look like it's in pretty good shape here.
Stop by the Chip Miller Foundation tank. Check out all
I think all the four-wheel drive stuff is going. Yeah, there's no drive shaft on the front.
There as well. And then stop and see Paul Berner and everything.
Let's go around the other side here. A little damage going on in the tailgate area.
If you've got a question or a
Good looking truck, but it's 10 grand and the four-wheel drive is gone. Looks like we got some full-size car stuff going on in here. Got some Impala. What's that, about 63 back seats? Look kind of small. They might be convertible. Got some buckets. Pontiac bucket looks pretty good. There's some of my wife's generation Nova fenders there. Still can't believe I got a pair of them at auction for $10. Unreal. Not using them, they're hanging on the wall. But you never know someday. Nice Corvette rallies. Weather's really nice here today. If you're not in Pennsylvania, it's been really weird around here for the last 2 months. It has been constant rain. And then when we do get some sunshine, it is really hot and humid. Yesterday was nasty. And today so far, beautiful out here. Thank goodness. Hubbard's is here. I bought from them back in the day. Unfortunate that the Impala really doesn't need much of anything. It's just maintaining. Big truck grills. 200 each. New old stock. Wow.
I have no idea.
Got a whole 56 dash back there. Bam. That's probably a hard piece to find.
Very nice. Cortez silver flat. No silver flat.
Ooh, $675 for some new old stock bumper. Wow. Got a lot to look at here.
Big block, small block. I believe small block.
There's our project car for you. Is it a Buick? 6-volt system going on there. A Buick. No other info on that. Oh, hang on. There we go. There you go. Is that a Power Glide or Dynaflow? That's what that was called in the Buicks. You got a body with a title, and you need a frame. Okay, maybe that's not the best frame. That don't look quite straight there. Yeah. Although I'm sure you could probably fix that. Here's one for sale, 67 C10, chop top, 12.5. Get you a look at the nice shade of blue on that. There's your info. Got another one for sale. Got an El Camino, 75. 16 grand. There's your contact info. Bucket seats. Got a B&M shifter down there on the floor. It's like a tonneau cover. It's side pipes. A very customized El Camino here. 56. Take a look at the bed in this truck. I'm going to put a lot of money into this thing. But what I really want to see is this over here. It's a 72 Nova Rally. Love these generation Novas. Got a little bit of rust going on in that trunk lid. But look at the rest of this car. Yeah, it's a 4-speed on the floor. There's your info. Back up a little bit here, try to get this look.
Oh yeah. That's so rare.
307 headers on it. That's probably not a broad arm on there, most likely. No power steering, no power brakes. This thing's pretty stripped with a 4-speed manual.
4-speed manual. Probably what I want to read.
Little bits of rock going on. It says it has solid floors. Got some rot in some weird places. Although trunk lids are pretty normal rot areas on these cars. Yeah, they got some pictures of with the carpet out. Whew, right now I can really smell gasoline standing next to this. A couple little bit more here. So not walk into anything. Pretty cool little car. Another car for sale. Got about what is 70 Chevelle. Not a fan of the wheels. I do like the color on this. Bucket seats, automatic console on the floor. It says sold on it. Trying to do this without getting run over here. So I apologize if I'm a little all over the place with my filming here. I guess I'm going to take a guess that's a 41 since that's what it says on the tailgate. Pretty funky looking with those tail lights there. Oh, jumping in gear. Look at the back wheel. Look how far out that is. That's where I'm smelling gas. That ain't good. Well, you want to know where he's at? Just follow the trail. 69 Corvette. I think you can't see the price from here. Ooh, got the old heartbeat 1980s valve covers on. There's your info. We got a little banger Nova here. Probably a 6-cylinder in that. This is the way we used to buy them back in the day. My first car was a 75 Nova, a little inline 6, 3-speed on the column. Yeah, this looks like about 77, 79 by the dash. We got 78, 8500 inline 6, 3-speed on the column. What did I tell you? That's the way they were. Some basic Nova back in the 70s. Good, reliable little cars. All right, got ourselves a Monte Carlo here. Don't know how much you're going to be able to hear me because there's loud music playing right now. There's your info. Oh, so we're selling the trailer, so sounds like that's what they want to do. They want a clean house. They want both the car and the trailer gone. Hugger orange. Carlo go. It's a Monte Carlo. A bit of custom work going on this. Looks pretty smooth. got going on inside. Got the gray interior, that looks nice. $5 on that. It's got a 383 in it. Alright, I know I film old cars, but, you know, drag truck, come on, gotta film that. There you go, your hot rod Colorado. Had a Colorado as a fleet vehicle. I hated that thing. It was such junk. This looks like it would run a little bit better. Van 8500. Don't have any phone numbers on it. So it had a 350 in it and Nova sub. It's like a probably Nova rear in it too. Come back up here to the front. Yep, got a Nova sub under there. Alright, let's take a look at some show cars. Big block 396. It's like a 67 Camaro. How do you tell that? Wing window. Only year they had the wing window in the first generation Camaro. Oh, she's a manual on the floor. Custom interior. It was deluxe. I think it was called deluxe. But it's got the sculpted door panels and then the white stripe in the seats. Convertible car. Red lines. Yeah. Perfect look. Got stone guards on the underside. SS. Hideaway headlights. I'm not sure how well this is going to come out since I got that bright light behind us. Let's take a walk through the building. This is the Solid Lifter showroom. Before we get over there, the Hugger Orange, let's take a look at this. Another 67. Big block car. Book Chevy City. Bill Book. From Altoona, PA. Look at the big meats on the back of that. Got traction bars on it. Take a look at the interior. Another 4-speed car, vinyl top. Try to get you a look back here in the trunk. Get some more goodies hiding in there. Blocked out taillight section. Let's try to get you a look down the side. Don't have much space in here, guys, so I apologize. It might not be the best filming. Apparently I can't talk today. I didn't drink all my coffee. Very cool looking car. Schmitz, Philadelphia. Small block power. For those of us that nerd out on tags, there you go. Another one coming with the Lux interior. Speaking of a cool car, .302 Stalker Shocker State College. This one's got the standard interior in it, so you can see how that's different. Doesn't have the striping on there. It's a flat door panel with just an armrest. It's probably how most people ordered their Camaros back in the day. Check out the air induction on that, coming off the cow area. Let's see, that water neck is different on this 302. That's interesting. .350 power. Another 67. More deluxe interior. Interesting color on this. It's kind of like a light blue. Another 67, 396 car. Unrestored. Another interesting color. It's like a dark, is that like a burgundy? Love the wheel combination on this. The day 2 look, red lines, torque thrust. Here you got the fold down back seat for your cargo area. Standard interior. Manual on the floor. Another 302 car, 69 version. Manual. Only way to have a Camaro in the 60s, right? It's about a 70. 350. 70 Z28 RS. Another manual car. Come around this side here. Got a California tag on this one. So sort of a brown shade here with Kragers. Got that day 2 look going on. Big and littles. We'll look inside. Oh, that's the fuzzy shifter handle. Those were cool until the fuzz would wear off of them. I think I still have one of those laying in my dad's toolbox from the day. All right. Let's see what else we can find today. It's pretty quiet here. This is Friday morning, first day for this event. So lots of blaring music playing. That doesn't help me. All right, this is gonna be for the Nova crowd. We're gonna go over to the pavilion and take a look at all the Novas. Look at those skinny tires and the big engine. Oh my God. Wow. Wow. Absolutely wow. We got the rear bumper tucked. Not sure if I'm a fan of that look. From the side, it's kind of cool, but I don't know. Let's take a look at the front bumper on this. Kind of did the same thing. Shaved lower half off of it. It's different. Try and walk down through here. How about a patina wagon with Kragers? Got a great look and a little power plant. It's been updated. It's got an HEI on it. Modern LS power. And a classic package. Got a 6-speed on the floor. Probably be a nice little cruiser. I'll try to wrap up our Novas with this last one here. Is this bit a 72? We're gonna find out. Manual car. Make that a 70 with a 396. Looks like the shade of green that's on my brother's 71. Gotta bet you've never seen one like this.
Sorry?
Got the M&R Smith plate on the front for those of that are not local from here. That was the dealership back in the day, York, PA. They, you ever seen Grumpy Jenkins? Take a look at some of those old pictures and you'll see M&R Smith on there. Can't be at an all GM show and not see some Corvettes. By the way, if you're really into Corvettes, you'll want to make sure you're a subscriber because I'll be here at the Corvettes at Carlisle in August. Now, being this is Old Car Garage, I tend to gravitate towards the older generation Corvettes. It's like a resto mod. Got some newer generation wheels. Yep, and power plant. Kind of figured that would be the case. I like the paint. Not sure how much of this I'm going to have to dub in music or just go silent. They really have the music blaring here today. How about some Tri-5s? Got a little air under this one. Love the slicks in the back there with the pie crust sides. This is a 2-door hardtop. Fender well headers. Basic vinyl interior. Manual on the floor. Oh, that feels awful familiar. Chrome reverse. You know, my dad first restored my 55 Chevy. He had chrome reverse wheels on it with baby moons. Didn't last very long though. Then he swapped out to, I think he had Fentons on it, which is what I have on it now. '57, no bumper on the front. Ooh, look at the carburation going on here. Somebody even just dug out, got a mouse nest there. 56 wagon. A nice clean car. Body's nice and straight. A little bit of louvers on the dash. First generation Monte Carlos. A lot of real estate under the hoods of these cars. Take a look at this. Look how far back that big block sits. Look at all that space. Isn't that crazy how long the front ends were on these cars? GTO. Got kind of a satin finish going on this. Black. That's really nice, but even better. Nice, very nicely done here. Leaving me speechless. Look at the paintwork on this car. Look how smooth that body line is. I'm sure this camera just isn't doing this car justice. That is an awesome restoration on this. Take a look at the wheels on this one over here. And it just Kragers.
He went to the Pontiac dealer and like waited in line and special ordered his.
First equipped. A-track deck under the dash.
He treated that car like it was his firstborn son.
More GTOs. It's a little thin here today, but then again, it is first day. This is a 2-day event. I'm sure it'll be a bit fuller tomorrow. People won't be at work. Got a baby blue convertible Le Mans. Alright, take a guess. What engine's going to be in it? .326. Power steering, no power brakes though. I always like these old Ford 2s. Had a chance to buy a Cutlass way back in the day for $500. This was back in the 80s. And I just couldn't bring myself to do it. And of course nowadays, I wish I would have, but I probably wouldn't have it anymore anyway. Oldsmobile. Big 455. What we got for front suspension on it? We still got the straight axle out there. No chop on it. Keeping a nice stock look. With a nice big power plant hiding under the hood. Filmed this car last year. Still a cool looking car. Jeez, I remember when these cars were new. Pace car. Were these the ones that had a turbo or something? Or was it a quad 4 or something like that? I think the engine was. 80s experts, chime in, drop in the comments. What power plant was in this? Back to the old 442 drag car. Great color on this. Always loved the 442 emblem in these years. The different colors. Just good looking cars. Another car kind of on my bucket list, but they're getting pricey and getting hard to find a decent one that's affordable. Is this the last year? I think I'd say an 88. How about Chevette? Yeah, I own a Vette. Chevette. I think I've seen this one here before.
It's a Chevette section.
I think I filmed some of this before, or one like this, and someone had commented about it. And unfortunately, I can't remember what the comment was. Might have to look that up. What was it? The Pontiac version, the T1000 or something? Yeah, there's the grill. Isn't that the Pontiac T1000? Oh my God, there's one with wood grain on it. That's a good looking truck. I like the paint work on that. Kind of reminds me of what they did on Pole Garden Garage. Typical small block. Yeah, you heard that. It was a Nova. That's awesome looking. Dang. With the KCs up top. Wow. That's awesome. Saw this one earlier driving by in line 6. Pretty solid, honest stock truck. Ready to go to work. Big block power gun drop down. Other step side. That's a pretty sweet looking color on there. Try to get in close, see if that'll show up on film or not. Wow. That is really super clean. Nicely done under the hood. A lot of money spent, a lot of time getting it right. Take a look on the inside. The bed floor has been raised a little bit. Alright, how about that? It's a look, no doubt about it. Stretched out, dual wheels. What is the size of the bed on this thing? My God, that's huge. Wow, a full back window. I had one with a full back window. Loved that truck. It was a stick, and my wife didn't want to drive stick, so I wound up selling it. That was back in the late 80s. It had a 400 with 4-speed. found us some El Caminos. Got the 70s version. Step back into the 60s. We got a 66, 67. I think 67. More modern G-body ones. These are going up in price, or at least people think they're worth more, because I see them all the time on Marketplace, and they're getting more and more expensive. Wouldn't mind doing one of those, but I'm cheap. And I got too many projects. I've been told I'm not allowed to buy anything else. We've made our way to some Chevelles. Got a 70 Super Sport. Got 454. Get your choice. What color would you like? Oh, no, this one here's the 396. By this time, were they still saying 396? I guess they were. Wasn't the 401? Is that what they were? Not sure if this will show up on film. Gotta try and move around a little bit, see if you can see some of that metallic sparkle going on in there. Must have that in the clear coat. A little orange peely. Cool car nonetheless. White interior, best thing to have when you got a convertible. Mine's black. I can tell you that for a fact. You don't want black in a convertible. Nice, clean 67. Small block power brakes, power steering. Nice little stance. Body's pretty nice. A couple little bubbles there on the bottom of the door. But I like this combination of the white with the blue interior. Bench 4-speed now. That's awesome. Nice big trunk. Fit lots of stuff in there. This was your family mid-size car back in the day. Four-door version. Probably a 307. Looks like it. Automatic on the column, which is typical four-door for 68. 58 Impala. I always thought that roof was cool with the vent on the back, of the fake vent, and the way the pillars came down at a reverse angle. I think these cars just go underappreciated. But they are big, very big. We got probably a 348 under the hood.
Looks good.
Got a 63 and a 64 Impala. We're running in here, another small block Chevy. Can't go wrong with a small block Chevy. Got some dual exhaust coming out the sides. How about a black? That's a 64 Impala with the 409.
I started to ask if...
Yep, love to have one. Manual brake, power steering. Just like mine, except I don't have a 409. And I'm not an SS either. Black with the silver interior. See, I'm a fan of the red interior. Black with red interior is just so classic. Good looking car. And it got the bumper guards on it too. I've wanted those for a while, and then I kind of backed away from it. Sometimes you can get too much stuff on a car, I think. 62 four-door. You know, even the four-doors of the 62s are getting crazy prices. The few times you actually see them out there, it's just, I don't know what it is about the 62. It's getting hard to find them for a decent or affordable price. You know, the other day I did see someone had a 60 Pontiac two-door So it had the bubble top roof to it with no title for $1,000. And then I saw a 61 two-door hardtop that was stripped out that had a title. I think it was like $3,000, and I thought, boy, if you bought those two together and swapped that roof out and made that a bubble top 61, that would be awesome. And it would be affordable. A lot of work, but a four-door hardtop Impala. Or, I'm sorry, that's probably a Caprice. $350. Dad had a station wagon, had that front grill in it. I remember that. Okay, Old Car Garage, we strive to find you the strangest things you may ever see. How about a Pontiac with the rear so high? Oh my gosh. Got 3 2s under the hood. That's pretty awesome. Is that a 421? An old baby car seat. Wow. That's okay, let's take advantage of the rear end being up this high. There you go. How about the Bonneville with the bubble top roof? We got an early Chevy. This is about 27, 26. Wasn't too far off. Now Ford, you got a flathead, and in the Chevy, you got overhead valves. I'm trying to remember what their motto was. Something about overhead value, something like that. Overhead valves means value, or something like that. I can't remember. I'll have to look it up, see if I can drop it in here. All right, is this about a 37 Chevy? Was that 39? I think that's 39. Nice looking Buick GSX going by here. Gorgeous car. Way out of my price range. I'm more into the first and second generation Camaros. Not that I don't think that these last year Camaros are cool. I mean, no doubt about it, there's some super cars. But this is Old Car Garage, and that's what I gravitate to. Third gen Camaros. I worked at the dealership when these cars were new. I've worked on the this generation Pontiac. I do still like the Pontiac. Actually, I like the Pontiac better than I like the Camaro version. But for the right price, I would pick up one. Oh, I remember this color. I had to repaint a Camaro in this color, and it was hot and humid, and I kept getting all kinds of metallic splotches. Oh, it was horrible. I hated that paint. Don't like painting that color. It brings back bad memories.